Yeah.
All right, here we go. Round one. We're going to try to take this, section it off into quarters probably because it's a little, the room's actually kind of tight and it's tough trying to get around. So to start off, if Billy follows me up here, we've been trying to rehearse this a little bit, but it's going to be a pain in the butt. This is kind of my arboreal row where I keep all of my juvenile arboreals. Most of them are labeled. For some reason, a couple of them aren't. But earlier, a couple of them were out eating. Now, of course, nobody is out, although my Armenia is in heavy pre-molt. And right in there, I don't know if she's coming through.
A little bit.
A little bit, maybe on that side. She will be getting rehoused. I was actually going to do a rehouse with her last week. I rehoused, I believe we ended up with 12. It was something like 10 or 12 I rehoused. We had a Palooza over the Thanksgiving break. And she was one of the ones I planned on, but she's definitely in pre-molt, so we're going to let her go for a bit. And this is actually a pea polker, not a Cambridgei. And you can see her right in there. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I have a collection of well over 200, and I actually have watched many room tours where people take them all out one by one. This would literally be about a 4-hour video, and I don't have the time or patience for it, nor do I expect people to have the time or patience. This one here is incredibly special. This is actually the first one I ever acquired. This is the Queen, my G. Porteri. As you can see her in there. And this one I got, and I believe it was in 1995, I think. 97 now, so 1995. At the time, she was about 4 inches, 4.5 inches, so she is quite an old girl. Been with me a long time. Just ate the other day, and I got to pull another bolus out. Joy. This here has nothing in it yet, but I do have a pair of emperor scorpions that will be in here very, very soon. I still got to do some little more work on it, but that's a Jamie's enclosure. These three are all Jamie's enclosures for anybody that asks, and I do like how they're very, very well made. Sturdy. I know some people have had warping. See, just a little bit of warping with this one here. She now makes them with 2 different latches. I haven't gotten one of those yet, but I plan to. Down here we have the species Mumbos, Platymeris species Mumbos. And I think you can kind of see one in there. If not, I might be able to get one of the babies out. There's one like right in there, I think. And then, of course, they're all hiding. As my dogs go nuts in the background. Here, maybe we can get... Oh, there's one. Fat as a tick. That thing, yes, these things can take down prey that are bigger than they are. I dropped a cricket in that was a little bit oversized. Before I could pull it out, this one just tackled it and ran with it. So I have some babies. My buddy at East Coast Arachnids and I are supposed to be trading. I'm supposed to be trading him for the white-spotted ones. But unfortunately, they haven't reproduced like I thought they were. I'm still missing some. I got about 8 to replace the ones I had before, and I'm hoping to get some more. Over here is the Sicarius Tomacites, one of them, Tomasoides. I don't know if that one's coming in there. There we go. That one's apparently the one I dropped in with. It's quite big because its abdomen's quite large now. And there is another one back there as well. So we put that one back before it goes nuts. And then right up here, I'll move out of the way for a second so Billy can see it, is one of my species green femurs. If you have to click the, actually it doesn't look like too bad of a glare. And that's one of my showcase players. I just absolutely love the looks of those. And then over this side, I'll take this one down. These guys are all due for rehousings very, very soon. So please don't panic when you see this one's getting, got one in the garage right now. But this is my Aphopelma species Santa Catalina, which doesn't get a lot of airtime. But I'm going to just carefully open this. There she is. Love the colors on that. An orangey burgundy type thing going. I got a good picture of her that I'm getting ready to post up on Instagram because I discovered that I apparently have an Instagram account, which was kind of neat. So maybe I'll sign up for one of these, and apparently I already had one. Let me see if I'll get the Trichomatis down. Although I just did a big thing on Panthomedia, Phormictodus. I'm sure everybody's probably sick of looking at these guys, but it's my other ones. This one's got a enclosure waiting for he or she in my garage as well. Beautiful guy there. Let's see who else wants to come out and play. My N-chromatus I would take down, but she's definitely in heavy pre-molt. I tried to feed her yesterday and was having no interest in the crickets whatsoever, so I really don't want to bother her too much. And I just took her down a minute ago and she was all cowered on the corner, so I really don't want to give her a hard time. However, I will bother my Pequodus Violet, who we just found a minute ago. I literally fed these guys yesterday, and the second water dish, one of them's filled with mud. The second one was a nice big fat bolus of cricket in it, but there we go. These guys I just keep taking pictures of. They're probably so used to the light being on them because I photograph them so much. And then another Formictopus species, South Hispaniola, aka green femur. We got B. albopilosum female. And just to show you what's up here, species Santa Catalina, P. aderchromatus, N-chromatus, Canceria. This is supposed to be Cancerides. This is supposed to be my daughter's. She is taking care of it like twice. It's basically mine. Caudus Violet / Dominican Purple, green femur / South Hispaniola, A. chalcodes. This is the one that disappears every October like clockwork. She did it again this year. We call her Nikki. H. pulchripes, and then G. pulchripes. This one is my shy one. She doesn't come out all that much. I'll see if I can find my other one out later. She's going to be getting a new home. I just feel bad because there's so much webbing. There's a little vanilla spider. Probably the hobby form of it. I don't think it's the true Nicaraguan. Pretty girl. We'll stick her back in. And on the lower shelf, right here, we got my Craspes species Eunice male, who, I don't know if you can see him. If you come around the side, you might be able to get a glimpse of him. I don't want to drive him too much. There he is right in there. I would pop the top off, but give him a break. And then some, oh, there he goes. And then T. Ocrity, who managed to foul up her water dish again. Might be able to get, oh, we could pull this off. All right, get ready. This is probably my most skittish tarantula. Is there?
Yeah.
And I'm going to close this up because she does not hesitate to kick hairs or to go berserk and run all around. Oh, there she goes a little bit. This is a cup of water. I have no idea why that's there. Right here is my Chilobrachys species dyscolus, who will be getting a rehousing soon because she's nice and big now, and I'm seeing a little mold in there. So what I will do, and mold comes up quite a bit, and my wet enclosures, when I get any mold, what I'll do is go in and spot clean around the area, and I usually have no problem with it. If they get a little bit in the webbing, I just cut the webbing out, let that area dry out, and then I add water to another side. I don't freak out. The yellow mold I get a little more freaked out about. The white stuff, not such a big deal. This is the P. marinus, the OBT, which unfortunately is not out. Every morning I come down and she's usually sitting right in there. Very, very shy. I'm starting to think more and more these guys get a terrible rep when they're not that bad of spiders. They're just defensive, not aggressive. All right, down here, I have green femurs coming out my patooey here. Another green femur. Cancerides, I think I have 4 of those. What do we got here? I don't even know what this is. My label maker broke a while ago and I forgot some of my stuff. Oh, that's the Cancerides. Hope you can see that one in there. And then my A. metallica over here. Who she is cowering in the back corner, and I don't want to disturb her, unfortunately. See, these guys play hide and go seek, and I'm just really not one to break them out. This is my Oviolocipes, who is going to be underneath the cork bark down there. And then my Cambridgei, who is right up, oh, might be able to catch, see me in the back, her. Right back there where my big fat shoot up finger is. And then here we've got my bee vagans, which somebody asked me to do a video on the bee vagans. It's shot. I just have not had time to put it together yet because I used a couple different cameras for it. This is my diamantiensis, I believe. Yep. Let's see if we can get a shot of one of these guys. And I have 2 of them, so that's that one and that one. And they're fast as heck. Oh. There we go. There's a little butt. Love the color of those things. put this one back. And then down here, we have my bee hamorii, who we might be able to catch a glimpse of. Let me get her out. She doesn't get a lot of screen time. Actually, I'll get her out in a minute. We'll take this one out first. Bee hamorii, GI Oringi, and if you look down here, here's my boehmei. Was the baumgarteni hybrid. She's not a true boehmei. I do have another boehmei now, or boehmei. I've heard it. I was told it was boehmei, and then somebody else corrected me and said it's boehmei, and then somebody else told me it's boehmei. Whatever, call it whatever you want. There she is, pretty girl. Can you see the? Probably not, right? Oh, there she is. Yeah, I'm not going to bother ripping her out of there. And then here we have a couple of the big ones. I love these ones from the big giant ones. This is my male T. sturmei and my female P. antinus. I'll take the sturmei out for a minute if you want. My excitement has a little ball python hunts your face. And she pooped again. That's what that smell is. Something you don't think it was me. Oh, with the remnants of the DVDs in the background. Oh, there's a big guy. And he's probably going to be getting bred to my female. Big, beautiful guy. And I'll take the antinus out. And again, I apologize if it seems like I'm rushing through this. I'm not. I just really don't want to disturb them more than I have to because they all got fed yesterday. Oh, there's a little butt. Beautiful girl. Very, very docile. We had people over the other day. Oh, Tanya and her family. And we ended up moving the cork bark so they get a good look at her. And she never moved. She just sat there, which I thought was fantastic. All right. Put these back. Oh. And what we will do in a minute, I will kind of go over some of the ones over here. I have my HMAC, which a lot of people, oh man, poo, right? See, this is the thing about arboreals that people don't talk about is the light screwing it all up, or
nope.
We have a light right above us, right in my face. They poo everywhere. They have like poo cannons. So she's constructed her place back there. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see very much of her anymore because I gave her 2 great places to hide. But I'd rather her be secure. I do catch her sometimes out in the morning. Scolopendra dehani are in here. These are my centipedes. I have 2 of those. And then I have my female Avic, who's right up here. I don't know if you're being, well, no, she's of course right in the web. She hopefully is bred. I will be putting that video up my next episode of Tangled Webs. These are the enclosures I designed, and I'll just call it out. I hate them only because they're so difficult to clean because you can see it was all decorated nice, and now it's just poo and web everywhere. It looks so unsightly. So I will probably do something different in the future if I ever go design another one. There's a male behind him that's a breeding loan from Tanya. Thanks, Tanya. And then what do we have? Yeah, these are Phormictopus species greens, right? Yeah, I'm good. And then over here, Eulathlus species red. Let me see if these guys are doing their not eating trick right now, which drives me absolutely nuts. Nope, there's a little one. And I will be feeding these guys later and refilling the dishes. It's winter time here, so things tend to evaporate very, very quickly. And there's another Eulathlus species red right down there. Oops. Sorry, girl. And then I have my Pamphobedius Araño Pollito, who, of course, are hiding. Let's see if we can get a peek. You see him?
Barely. Just the
Really?
legs.
Yep, there's some feet. It's in there. This is the one that's busted but locks well. And then species green and it seems like I have 30 LPs. Species green right in there, if you can see it. Up top. LP down here. Lots of those. And then this I will take out on my table, but this is how I keep my slings during the winter time. They're in kind of little incubators, so what I can do is spray down the paper towels in here, keeps them a little more moist, keeps them from evaporating as quickly with the heater on, but I will go through that whole, I believe there's like 20, 30 something here, right? There's a lot. And then here I have my Hirsutum Mature male. If somebody's looking for a mature male, let me know. He just matured out. There's a little sperm web hanging off of there. And here is, I think I just did a rehousing video on this one. I should probably do these from the other side because I think the label's on. This is the Phlogius crassipes, and this is the Chilobrachys guangxiensis female. Down here, this one's pretty. And I think what we'll do is flip over in a minute. We'll stop the video and flip over in a minute and do the other side. Get ready. This guy's crazy. Aphopelma species blue male. You see?
Yeah.
There we go. Let me close that before he shoots out on Billie's face and I never hear him. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little ballsy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop there for the time being for a second, and what I will do is I will take a photograph of this place, try to get a good spot, because right now Billie's backing into the closet with all my stuff in it. But this is 3 sides here. There's going to be 3 sides over there where I get into my other tarantulas. But that's pretty much how they are. Now, the reason I haven't done one of these videos before is I am constantly moving, rearranging, rehousing. Again, we did 12 rehousings last week. I have a bunch more I have to do. And it's like a living game of Tetris where you just kind of move stuff around and see where they fit. So I've been reluctant to do it because I either add more spiders or I change my cages up. But hopefully this will, guys, will give you an idea what this part looks like and won't be too much of a disappointment. In a minute, we will move on to the other thing. I think what I'll do is like a picture of it and say like part 2 and have it like slide in so then we can see the other part. And we'll go over and see what's on the other side, which is most of the scorpions and the M. balfouri cage. So I'll stop there for the time being, and then we will start it up again when we move to the other side. And I'll smile waiting for this to... All right, so we were just in the room looking at some of the ones in there, and I alluded to one of the bins that has slings in it, so we're just going to real quickly show some of the slings off. Now, Billie just got me one of the best Christmas presents ever that was actually hand-delivered by Tanya at Fear Not Tarantulas. I've got some T. psychedelicus now. There goes your phone that you were waiting for, so you'll have to call back in a minute. But unfortunately, you can't see them. They're down in there. And we got a whole bunch of slings here, so just to go through some of them. Theraphosinai species, Pura, I have a hard time, Pura, right? There we go. Chilobrachys fimbriatus, believe it or not, I haven't had one of those yet, even though I have several Chilobrachys species. Harpactira, Caffreriana, the R's kill me. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but Theraphosinai species, Panama, been dying to get some of these. These are gorgeous little slings. One of my pumpkin patches, who needs some moisture. And where did she go? This was the first one I actually ate. There she is right in there. Can you see that? Right in there. Close enough. We have a Campus striatus, who's getting big, and hopefully is going to grab onto that cricket that's right in there. Tell me if I can't tell with the light. That's actually a cricket. That's not a Campus striatus. But they're actually finally putting on some size. It took them a while. These are all pumpkin patches from my last clutch. And then we have, I'm trying to think some other ones. Pseudohapalopus species blue. Homeoma species blue Peru. Oh, look at one of them actually appeared. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yay. And just a word, because I can't seem to do a video without doing something that's semi-instructional. I put them in here because our furnace runs during the winter time, and these little sling cages enclosures can become dehydrated very, very quickly. The water evaporates. So what I do is put them in here, and I'll spray down the paper towels inside, so it keeps the moisture levels up a little bit more. Now, for my slings during the winter, I usually do every 3 days or so. I take them out, feed them, make sure they're moist. So I'm extra careful with them, because at this size, they do not have that waxy coating on their exoskeletons that adults have that help trap moisture in, so they're very susceptible to dehydration. There, that's my educational portion of this. So I have 2 things of slings, and I'll just go through a couple more because I promised Billie this would only take 5 minutes, and then I completely lied. Theraphosinai species Panama.
All right, 2.5.
Couple of those. The 2.5? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah, close enough. Crypsodromus species Black Amelia. A lot of cool ones here. I'm not going to lie. Tanya brought some and hooked me up and surprised me with them. And I'm trying to think of anybody else.
I only got you one.
He bought me all of them. This is the best Christmas present ever. Well, not all of these. Oh, here we go. Aphonopelma hentzi, as the dogs start barking. There's a little guy right in there. So what I do is, just to show you my maintenance for anybody that cares, I'll pop the top, If I need to add a little water, I have my little pipette here. Or I know a lot said about not spraying, but sometimes you can just mist the side so it trickles down the side. It doesn't oversaturate. I have my little crickets over here. I take a cricket, drop it in for one this size. I will either find a really teeny tiny cricket or I'll smash them up before I put them in. Yummy. And then let them scavenge feed. So that's it. And I do this with all these. So yes, feeding time takes quite a while. I have to go through all these afterwards and feed them all. So we'll go ahead and stop here and then go back to the other side of the room. But I thought it would be neat to kind of open this up on the table and show people some of the slings that I'm currently taking care of. A lot of all different sizes from about a third of an inch up to, I think, an inch. With the psychedelicus, I think, are 1.25 inches. So there we go for those. Now we'll go back into the room and check out the other side. All right, here we go. All right, now we're in the other side. As I said before, we were over here before. Now we're over on this side, and this one's got a lot more of my smaller species, my scorpions and stuff, so this one might take a little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm not going to go nuts trying to show each and every spider, scorpion, animal off, because it would literally take forever. I mean, it takes me hours just to feed them, and a lot of these guys are elusive. They're going to be hiding in dens and not necessarily want to come out and play and say hi. So what we'll do is play it by ear, see who I can get on here. Some of them I have photos that I just took because I caught them at feeding time, so maybe in some cases I could insert the photos so people can see what they look like. But this is more just to give you an idea of what I got and where it's kept. Now keep in mind, again, it's like a human game of Tetris here. We're constantly moving stuff around, so this probably won't look like this tomorrow. So starting off, we have my Poecilotheria tigrina-wicellis. Oh, that one's actually coming out. And these guys will be getting fed again later today. They just molted. And there's 2 of these guys over here. Is it showing up okay? Mm-hmm. And then next, I have my Orphanacus species Panay Blue, which one of them was. These guys are getting a rehouse very, very soon. I just feel terrible tearing all this webbing apart. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully some of the blue will show up. I just took a photo of these guys and the blue didn't show. And they just look kind of chocolatey brown, but that's okay. They're gorgeous. Showing up okay?
Perfect.
All right. And they've been actually very laid back, but I will say my Orphanacus Philippinus if you prefer, are actually getting quite wackadoo as they got older. They were actually very laid back through just their last molts or adult molts, and now they're crazy. So up here we have one of my other female pre-rufilatas. I have some hissers. What are they? The white-horned hissers, P. oblongonata, I believe it is. And there, where are they? And you can see this is a Bulgarian because I forgot to take the stickers off, but I really want to get these guys into something. There they are. Those are big fat bums. They're supposed to be huge, and you can see that male is probably close to 3.5 inches long or so. They are not the feeder roaches. The feeder roaches on the bottom. These guys were given to me by YouTuber Sleepy Brown. I had 5 originally. 3 of them grew up to adulthood. They bred. Unfortunately, I didn't have them humid enough. They ate the sack, so I just changed the house. Here we have one of my bee caboclas. I love these guys. Man, that one's fat. I just fed that one the other day. And what I will do now that it's wintertime out in here and it's very, very dry, I'll probably moisten down part of the substrate. Is that coming out okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Then we have my G poker. And let's try not to drop any of these on video. This guy I was about to rehouse, and I didn't. He needs a bigger enclosure, bottom line, but he had just redone his den, and I felt terrible. He had just molted. I think it's a... Oh. There he is. Gorgeous. I'm just saying he because I'm not going to... All right, you get back in there. Hopefully I got a good shot of him.
Yes.
Up here we have one of my many G. pulchripes or Chaco goldenese. And this one just molted. I'll be pulling the molt out in a little bit. There he is in there. Where are my tongs? Kale's been running around my tong here. Take this. No. You want to see the messiness of my closet. There he is. That guy I've sexed out. That is a boy. Yeah, you're going to have them. There we go. Non-blurry shot of him. And underneath him is my A. Simani. Again, several people have asked me to do A. Simani video. And unfortunately, she's in pre-molt right now, and I can't get a good shot of her, so I'm going to wait till she comes out, but it is one of the blue form. And then here we got Bika Bloka, another species green femur. These guys will be getting a rehousing soon because that one's in pre-molt. This one's supposedly, I think I have a rehouse of this that I haven't posted yet. This one is supposedly B. albiceps. I will listen to anybody else out there. I expected the carapace to be that blonde color. We've got the red abdomen, we've got the black legs, but it almost looks more vaganish to me. So anybody that owns, I have nothing for reference. So as far as I knew, yeah, I was gonna say, as far as I knew, that these guys would already have the flesh color carapace by now, and this one does not. So hybrid vagans, or maybe that's just what they look like. Please feel free to chime in. I'm not an expert on the albiceps. Not an expert on any of these, quite frankly. And here we have Sazame. And of course, this little fat bum I thought was in pre-molt. And oh, there it comes. I don't know if any of the blue will show up because this one's in heavy pre-molt, looks like. Or, oh, there you go. Some of the blue. I have two of these guys. Over here, Hapalopus species Columbias. Both of them are hiding. I believe that one's B. Arthur. I got them confused. There's a way I have to look back at the picture because I end up confusing these guys because they made their enclosures exactly the same. B. Arthur's the one that just had the clutch that a lot of people now have slings from, so that's pretty cool. Down here, the slings we went through yesterday, these are the older slings that I got from Fear Not Tarantulas a little while ago. I won't break all those out, but there's a lot of Harpactira in there. P. crassipes, better be a female because I'll be basically 0 for 4 as far as females are concerned. And then we did this one last time. This was my, who's over there? Things on the guangxiensis. So down here, Phormictopus species Duran. And I will take the cover partially off this because this guy's been a little madman. I am going to try to breed him with my female. All right, get ready. Is he coming in? There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and purple.
Mm-hmm.
And just leave that right there. I'll pull the female out. These guys, I will tell you, my Antinous is a pet rock. Absolutely love that girl. These guys have become quite skittish as they put on size, both the male and female. Now, males you expect to be skittish because they're running around all randy and looking to mate, and they can be very skittish, but my female, she's looking kind of shy now. I see a boss I got to clean out. Now, today, generally speaking, is my feeding day for this side. So what I'll be doing later on is feeding these, changing all the water dishes, scooping out boluses, any caca. And then what we have here is a brockelhursti male, Phormictopus species purple. And again, I just went through all my Phormictopus species, so I'm not going to go nuts going through these again. Another Phormictopus species purple. Apparently I have 3 Phormictopus species purples. Why did I not know that? I had too many purples. This was the male species blue I showed the other day. And this is one of my GBBs, which may be able to, let me see if I can get the green bottle blue out. Now, before anybody asks during feeding day, she's going to be over in the corner. I take these guys out at least once a week, change the water and everything else as I sit on the floor. I don't know why I felt like the need to narrate that. There she is. You're about to see some of my slings and scorpions that are kind of double stacked there, but I take everything out. All the scorpions come out twice a week. All the slings come out twice a week. And I have a system to make sure I don't miss anybody. All right, and here we have my H. pulchripes female who will be getting a rehouse soon. I just really don't want to destroy. She's got so much beautiful webbing. I hate doing it, but I know it's one of my favorites. And she is so docile. I got to get in that corner later and tear up some web and get out some poo. And then this one is my large female. Oh my God, brain fart, Balfouri. It's right next to that. I was just literally going to say Balfouri's. Balfouri, however anybody wants to pronounce it. And she's been very shy lately because she's in pre-molt. Obviously, this is the Balfouri communal. Very well known now. I lost track of where I was. A. Avicularia, C. Hagi. In here, if I just move these out of the way, here's some of my Venus flytraps and carnivorous plants. I don't really need those on there. Nobody cares about that. That is my LP female, L. parahybana. She's about 8 inches now. She's a big girl. And then over here, and these are just temporarily here because I'm still doing a bunch of rehousings. The Idabune. What happened? Okay, and like a doofus, while I went to go take the camera from Billy, I hit the button, stopped the whole thing, and almost script the whole video. So, boom for me, that's why Billy's the camera person. So, I don't know if you can see him in there. But he's right in back. There, you can kind of see it. Good enough. I'll get a good picture of him later on, but he just ate a huge roach. Here we have my auratum that is in heavy pre-molt. I'm hoping she's going to come out of here sporting her adult colors soon. She's taking forever to grow. My M. gigantus, who is the first time in I don't know how long it is not out in the open. Figures. Thanks, guys. And then another cabocla. Here we're up on the top, and that one will be getting the water disc because they love filling them up with dirt out. Cleaned, and I will moisten down the substrate. Man, it is hot in here. All right, up here, green femur. P. rufilata female. That if you look at one of my current videos, this is the one I rehoused, and this is what I'm talking about with them spraying poo everywhere. P. ornata right in here. Again, poo everywhere, and I actually cleaned the poo off the sides of these. Oh, God, just 2 months ago, I think. So these are all getting these enclosures eventually. I'm tired of cleaning the poo off these, and the problem is they've all dug in really, really well. P. metallica is in heavy pre-molt. I think she's in back. Yeah, there she is right in there. I'm not going to, unfortunately, be able to see those blues. I'll try to keep my chewed up fingers out of there, but you can see some of the yellows under her legs. Beautiful girl. I've had her since a sling. P. formosa is usually hiding right around the side. Yep. Right in there. Not sure why that one didn't web more. And then my O. philippinus is up in here. That one won't be visible. Another P. cancerides female. L. difficilis, or difficilis. I think every time I do it, I waver back and forth on which it is. Down here, one of my new pairs of adult emperor scorpions. See if I can get a picture of these guys. I'm going to hit the focus on it. And this is kind of cool for me because I honestly haven't had one of these since the 90s. So, and when I went back to look back and again, when I got mine in the 90s, I think we drove up to Rhode Island and got them at Petco. And I want to say they were like $10 each or something because we were dirt poor and I can't see spending a lot of money on them. But so I have a male and female of those. I'll be doing a breeding project. That'll be fun. Hopefully it works. My N. tripepi is in here. I love this furry little bum. Let's see if we can get her on. Oh, she's webbed the snot out of this place. Nandrew tripepi. Peruvian blonde. I always screw this one up. And then underneath her is my female Formictopus species blue, which I think just got enough camera time, but she needs to molt because I have a mature male for her who is just dying to tap that. But I mean, tap it like with its feet. Tapping. That's what they do. Lily's barking in the background. And did we cover everybody on this side, I think?
Did you get the T-Sturmy?
Oh, and my female T-Sturmy in here, who I'm not going to take out right now because I just showed a T-Sturmy later on. Maybe Billy can see her. Billy, please, for crying out loud. All right, so we're going to pause for 2 seconds because I'm just going to renegotiate the light so I can move it on the other side. Plus, I'm afraid this thing's going to shut off and it overheats. So when we come back, we will do... Billy wants to stand up this side over here. So we'll be doing all of this in here in about 2 seconds, and there's a lot to go through. So we'll pause it there for a second, and I will come right back. So we'll do a little dissolve. All right, we're back again. This is turning into be a bit of a nightmare because the camera cut out after I did this whole section here, which really made me want to cry. So we're going to restart the whole thing. Up here, I got my P. Slitharius species. I have Hanema velocimica, P. Schmidti, P. striata, P. regalis, and then down here I have one of my other O. philippinus females. I have H. gigas. L. crotalis is a species that looks a lot like E. pachypus. They have these big back legs. They almost look like satyr. The guys that are half guy, half goat. They have like the big puffy back legs. Are amazing looking, but I rarely see this one out. Here we have some of my Platymerus species mumbo babies. There's 4 in there. This is what I was saying. I was hoping to trade with a buddy of mine, and the eggs that we got out, and most of them didn't hatch. I don't know if I screwed it up. I thought that they were doing okay. Hopefully those show up in there. And then here I have not P. rufilata. I moved those out of there, but there'll be a video for this one. I haven't changed the labels yet, but unfortunately you can't see them. You might be able to see them down in there. This is one of my new Poecilotheria vittatas. replace my big female that died, unfortunately. I'm going to stick those back in there. And coming down here, we kind of have scorpion row. So we have Barabuthus capensis, which you're not going to be able to see because these guys... Oh, no. Right up there. Holy crud. This is different from the other video because this one wasn't out before. I'll stick my finger in there and diddle it. Just kidding. Then I have a bunch of Centroides gracilis, which are Florida bark scorpions. I don't know if these guys will come in. There's, I think, 12 of these or something. So if you see me not reaching for something, it's not because I'm trying to hide anything. It's basically because I have a lot of gracilis. I'm probably going to do a communal with them. They live well together as adults. It just gets sketchy when they have babies, so we'll see how that goes. And here I have my Brachypelma boehmei, or boehmei, whatever way you want to pronounce it, B. klaasi, and P. sazerae in these new enclosures I got that I really like. And this scratch that I put in it because I really wasn't paying attention as I was trying to cut the burrs off with my knife, and it still pisses me off. Here we have my baby Curus gigas, Tanzanian giant red scorpion that is in there. And I feel like I'm about to have deja vu here because I said this already, but there's a piece of cricket that it didn't eat that I'm going to have to fish out later. But these guys are awesome. I just posted a picture of these on Snaptagram. No, what is it called?
Instagram.
Instachat. Instabook.
Instagram.
I found out I had an Instagram account, so I'm really excited now. Titius stigmurus. These are my babies. Actually, we got to get a look at these guys. These are going into a communal, which, yes, it's going to result in probably thousands. Let me grab my tongs so I don't get bit or stung. Thousands of scorpions, because these are the ones that reproduce asexually. I don't know if you can see those. Are they coming in?
Yeah.
Nope, okay. Easy, guys. Yeah, we'll leave those alone. Those will be getting fed later on. They're eating little crickets now. It's cricket massacre in there. Behind here, we have... What do we have? I have no idea. Nah. Those ones I gotta go look label and see what that is. I knew that was gonna happen somewhere. I have 200 and something animals, and every once in a while I get lazy with label makers, and I gotta go back and try to figure out who I had. This is my Aphonopelma anax that everybody thinks looks like a B. albiceps, in which I have to agree, although albiceps usually has a redder butt. Of course, the B. albiceps is supposed to have the blonde carapace. Mine does not. It kind of irritates me because I'm still wondering if it's a hybrid. Over here we have Phlogius crassibes. There's a male in there, and then we have some more scorpions. Let's see what else we have over here. P. rhodus with the straw. And again, I'm not gonna. Most of these guys are hiding. Oh, the Junceus. I think these are Cuban species. I don't know. I'm gonna make up my own common name for him. This guy's gonna get sprayed down in a moment because he likes it a little moist. And these guys I do twice a week because some of them I do have to make sure that the moisture level doesn't go down too much, and I don't want them to dry out. Mesobuthus macmahoney. I just like saying Mesobuthus macmahoney. And that little dude's underneath there. Of course, nobody's coming out for us.
4.5.
4.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to stop this in a minute just to make sure we don't go over again. Here's one of my gracilis ones that has a beautiful reddish orange amber coloration to him or her. And that one obviously just molted as I put my finger in there like a doofus. Back here, Grophus grandideri. And my Titius stigmurus female, I'm going to leave her alone because I'm hoping she's going to end up being gravid again. I will be selling some of these this time around because nobody needs 200 of those spiders. I mean, tarantulas. I'm so tired. What am I talking about?
Don't know.
All right, it's been a long day. Week. Year. I'm both a little punchy. Here's my Hottentotta. I didn't eat those. Yeah, you want to bring me an emergency room?
Nope.
Love that fat little bum, and I'm going to pull that cricket out because it looks like he didn't eat it last time. And
5.5.
Over here, we have my female C. gracilis, my B. albopilosum cross in here. And then, what do we got? Oh, these guys I want to mention. From hobby buddy Rachel, who I've been corresponding with on Facebook and who just started a new channel. I'll try to put a link in there. I'll remember one way or another. The Carolinianus. I forgot about this one. I knew they were over there. We had a little giggle about these earlier. I'll spare the joke I had. It had something to do with Philippinus. So we're going to pause it there for a second so this camera doesn't break down, and then just pick it up again in about 2 seconds. So again, I apologize that we're breaking it up here and there, but I don't feel like losing a whole half hour's worth of footage again. That was not fun. So we'll be back in just 2 seconds. And back at it. Hadrogenus troglodytes, or the flat rock scorpion, who we got a good shot of it before. I probably won't underneath that. There it is. Cute little booger. They grow solar molasses in January, which was a bit of a surprise to me. For some reason, I thought they grew faster. Bohovus spinifer. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these because there's just a buttload of scorpions. Another gracilis or gracilis, and then a albopilosum, who I was going to give away, and then I lost touch of the person I was going to give it away to. Here we have my H. triceriatus, which are the bumblebees. Not bumblebees. What are they? Lemon patch. Not bumblebees. Again, tired. This one, unfortunately, usually was out and about, but I gave it another hide because it was in pre-molt, and this one was inadequate, so unfortunately you can't see it now. D. diamantiensis is in here. Two Phormictopus attochromatus. I'm not going to break them out because, again, I just did the video on the Phormictopus. I must have said that 200 times. This one's getting rehoused tomorrow morning. This is my not bee vagans. Lasiodorides polycuspillatus. See there? This is a cutie. This one likes to come out and visit. And I unfortunately added some water, missed the bolus somewhere, and I had some flies in here before, so I'm just going to go ahead. I was planning on rehousing her anyway. Now she's gone. This one here I'm not going to break out because it's another albopilosum, because you can't have too many albopilosums. Phormictopus auratus, G. rosea, G. pulchripes. Can't have too many of those either. Here we have my Chilobrachys species electric boogaloo. Bacon 2. It's probably down in there somewhere. Oh, it didn't eat that cricket yet, darn it. So I'm just going to grab that one. And then another P. pulcher. Oh, wait, this one's out. P. pulcher right in there. This one just molted and had her first meal 2 days ago. There's her molt up there. And then over here, so I'm not going to break them out because we've already seen one of these, but if Billy wants to tuck in there, we have another GBB and another LP, Lasiodora parahybana, salmon bird eater. Down here, H. gigas. I have 2 of those. It's a female. Right in here is my muticus. One of my muticus. No, my muticus. Right. And I think you should be able to see. This is the one I'm keeping shallow. So he's out and about. Unfortunately not eaten again, just molted, but we'll see what happens when it takes that webbing down. I wish to God I catch these guys. I love these dudes. They are just so cute, but can you see the little butt? No. This is my E. pachypus. Oh, there it is. I caught one of these hunting once where it literally burst out of the burrow. They're so cute and slow. I catch them out every once in a while, and they're just very, very laid back. So anybody looking for beginner baboons, that's your species. Although I've been very impressed lately with the, which were the ones I rehoused the other day? Harpactira species. Some of them are pretty laid back. This is another one. You can see the extensive webbing. Oh, there's a little booty. I love that. I see more of their booties. I take pictures of the booties all the time. It just kind of makes me some kind of freaking spider pervert, but just cracks me up. Mature male paranensis. I'm hoping my female molts again. Radialis paranensis, who loves filling up his, what I just did, the water. Oh my God, we're going to do it. We're going to pull it off. We're almost there.
Knock on wood.
So sick of doing the video. No, I'm sorry. I mean, I love doing the video. This has really been tough because trying to get in here and negotiate around, and I don't even know what the heck this is. Surprise. Oh, another LP that tossed its water dishes. I have so many LPs. We play a drinking game. Every time I break out an LP, a B. albopilosum, or a G. pulchripes, take a drink of fruit punch for our younger viewers.
Special fruit punch.
And yeah, there we go. Oh, who do we got here? Oh, this is my female paranensis. It's got caca on her dish. But these guys are, this row here will get fed today, and then we'll go through and do all the water addition. It was just hard coordinating. I desperately wanted to get this video done because I haven't been very prolific lately. Work's heating up again. And unfortunately, the reality is sometimes life butts in. I love doing the videos. I love doing all this stuff, but I often can't find the time. I have some people I'm supposed to be collaborating with that I haven't had time to get in touch with. So hopefully we'll start getting some of this stuff done. So I think we covered, that was just about it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to renegotiate these. Now, I'll be rehousing, and again, I don't know if I'll be doing these for a while, but I've already got a bunch of the giant what do they call critter keepers in my garage. So all these things are getting rehoused eventually. For a lot of them, the pokies, they just slop the thing up so darn bad that it's just better off. I've tried cleaning this up, and what happens is when you clean up the poo, if you don't get it all, it just starts running down the side and makes it even more of a mess. So those are getting new houses. A lot of these, it's just constant rehousing in here. And that's one of the reasons it's taken me so long to do this, because I'm always in a situation where it's like I'm ready to rehouse something. I'm like, all right, let me wait to shoot the video until I rehouse this. So this is all of them. Luckily, we just had Tanya visit, so I really had to make sure things were tightened up. So we did a bunch of rehousings and kind of straightened everything up a bit. So I figured it would be a perfect time to do this video. So hopefully that was well worth the wait. Again, it's a pretty good, I think we're at 200 and something. Was there a light on my head? Oh, I can turn the light off.
It's okay.
I'm just going to take this stupid little thing down. There we go. It's like the guy with the boom mic coming into the video. I don't even care. There we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and it was, I think when all said and done, it'll be rewarding to kind of go back and watch this and see my whole collection. Very, very proud of it. And this is probably, it's going to stay this way for the time being. I am going to be looking to get rid of some of my extras. I honestly just get so darn attached to these things that it's very difficult for me to go back and pick which ones I'm going to get rid of. So like my LPs, my poker Ps, the albos, I become attached to them. I hate to give them away, but it is getting to the point where I want to make some more room, and some of these are going to need rehousing soon. Need to make some more room. There's some DVDs there they're going to be going, so those are going to be shelves that are also going to have spiders on. So it'll be a constant work in progress as far as the room. But there we have it. Again, hope you all enjoyed it. I'm exhausted. My goatee smells like cheese, I'm realizing now, because we had pizza this evening, and apparently it dribbled down in my goatee. So that's pretty nasty. I'm catching nice whiffs of cheese right now. Thought it was Billie's feet, but apparently it's my goatee.
Oh my God.
It's Friday night, baby. All right, so thanks so much for joining me. If you, this is the first thing you've watched, please feel free. I usually do like here and here or whatever. Somewhere around here, I'll put in links to other videos. Or if you really enjoyed it and want to follow me, I will be posting more often now. I've got a bunch of things I got to put up. So you can go up here to watch my, what the heck is it called? Subscribe. There we go. So I'm going to go probably have a glass of water because I'm parched from being in this hot room and relax a bit. Thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully it was worth the wait, and we'll see you next time.